Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Mega Pizzaplex from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Well, it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Almost a year ago now at this point, we toured the daycare, and in today's episode, we got a biggie. We're going to be taking a look at the Atrium, arguably one of the biggest areas in the entire Mega Pizzaplex. And it could not have been done without the help of some Minecraft builders, which I will be crediting in this video, but mainly a huge shout out to 2 Bar Biscuits for his tutorials on the Atrium, because without them, I'll be honest, I don't think I would have gotten far with this project if it weren't for him. So, huge shout outs to him. But without further delay, because this area is really big, let's get on with the tour. Alright, so we're starting once again in the lobby. This will be the last time that we actually see the lobby, because from now on, any future areas that I add to the Pizzaplex are going to stem from the Atrium, since the Atrium is kind of like the core of the Pizzaplex, you know. It's where, if you want to get to somewhere, you need to get to the Atrium, because that's where most of the stuff is at. But yeah, if you have not seen my tour of the lobby, I will link it in the description, so you can go check that out. I also toured the daycare, which is right over there. So if you're interested in those, if you like what you see here, why don't you go give those videos a little look. But we're heading into the elevators here, which first of all, we got elevators. Last time I did not have elevators. The door just kind of led into the void. So now we got some elevators. And you know, the design, it's a simple design, but it looks good. I like it. I think the red, like the crimson red nether brick walls kind of tied all together. But you might have noticed here, it doesn't seem like the door really goes anywhere. And that's because the Atrium is on a different floor. It's not connected to the lobby. Unlike it is in the game where the whole map is built on basically one floor. So in order to get there, you simply need to press this button, and it will teleport you to the Atrium. And it works both ways too. If you want to go back, it'll take you right to the lobby, as you can see right here. And I did this with both elevators too. I'm not really gonna show it off because, you know, they work the same way. But yeah, heading into here, we are now in the Atrium. And just almost immediately, there is so much going on. There's multiple floors, a huge stage you can see right off in the distance, a giant glass dome covering the roof with some stars to gaze at, you know. I think the best place to start would probably be at the bottom floor, and then we'll move our way up, because there's the most going on in the bottom floor. So this is the first floor, the main floor of the Atrium. Starting off over here, we have the food courts, or you can get, obviously the main attraction would be the pizza, because, you know, it's Freddy Fazbear's, you know. It can't be a Freddy Fazbear's location without some pizza. But you can also get some drinks, some fried treats. As you can see, the letter banners have made a return. I use banners a lot in this area. Then you can get some ice cream, pasta, and salads and sides, which, unlike all the other ones, which are kind of closed off, you can actually go into this one. Over here, we have another cool little gimmick thing here. This is it literally says right there, you can set your spawn point here with the simple press of a button. These are supposed to represent the save stations that you see throughout the games to save your progress. So basically how this works is, you press the button, and it says that my spawn point has been set. Then it shows the coordinates, which is this block right here. So let's go into survival mode real quick. Alright, so now we're in survival mode. And now, if we kill ourselves, or if we die, and respawn, we are immediately brought back here. So, if by chance you die, which would be kind of hard to do in this map, but I mean it is possible, especially if you have friends that are trying to kill you or whatever. So if you die, rather than spawning all the way back at the beginning, at the lobby, you'll spawn right where you last saved. Let me know down in the comment section below if you want me to make a video of like how to do this stuff, because it's very easy to, I'd say it's very simple to do and to figure out. It just requires a single command block. Same thing for the teleportation over there. Both commands are very simple. So if you want like a tutorial of how I did these things, let me know down in the comment section below, and maybe I'll make a follow-up video or something. I'll be happy to do that. But let's go back into creative mode and continue with the tour. So, if we decide to go into these doors, we can go into here, and this was actually the kitchen to the sides and salads. Food court, food stand, whatever this is. And this is like one form recreation of 2 butter biscuits. 2 butter biscuits was a huge help this time around. Last time I used 2 butter biscuits tutorial for the Fazer Theater and the Fazer Theater basement, and that was pretty much it. Here I took heavy inspiration, mainly for the outline, because the Atrium is a huge area, and so I really need to make sure that everything was right and the proportions were all correct and stuff. And because I don't have the game still, I need a lot of help. So I used 2 butter biscuits tutorials on outlining the Atrium. I still tried to keep my build as original as possible, so I mainly only stuck with the outlines, and then I basically did the rest. But I also used his videos on making this back area here, because there's not a whole lot of Let's Players that go over here, so the only way I can actually reference this place is in Minecraft builds. But yeah, so huge shout out to 2 butter biscuits for his tutorials. I don't know if I'd even be able to actually finish this if it weren't for him, so huge thanks to him. But as you can see here, we have this little warehouse where they store stuff. There's not a whole lot going on here. We got some shelves and crates. This trophy is not it's not in the game. My friend built it as like a congratulations for attempting to build this, so I decided to keep it. So yeah, as you can see, now not all of the areas are accessible. As you can see, some doors you can't go through because there's nothing in there, but what is accessible is the kitchen to the pizza parlor or whatever. Once again, heavily inspired by 2 butter biscuits. So I'll be linking all the builders that I took inspiration from in the description below, because they definitely were a big help in making this. So that's really it for this little back area. Not really a whole lot, nothing really much else going on. So let's press on. Over here we have like quite a few decorations. As you can see, we have these weird benches with umbrellas. I think that's what they're supposed to be. We have these elevators, which once again are right next to the escalators. Like, I haven't been to a mall in a hot minute, but when an elevator is right next to an escalator already, you don't have to walk down it, you just stand there until it moves you down. Who is taking the elevators up and down? It literally takes more time to do this. I don't know. But some other stuff we have is these little seating areas here. These little platforms where you can sit down and stuff. And you have some huge, massive palm trees here. We have one on this side, and then another on this side. I have this little ticket booth right here where You can get your tickets for, like, you know, to go to different attractions and stuff. Speaking of the attractions, this is the little logo for Fazer Blast, one of the attractions here. And I really like these, all of them. They're really cool. I'm very happy with how well I was able to adapt them into Minecraft form. We have this cool little planet with like two different rings. And then right here we have this little rocket that's blasting off into space, so super cool there. And over here we have the logo for Roxy Raceway, another good one. That's a cool logo here. Little go-kart. It's kind of difficult trying to get angle like this, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. A little racing flag. You know, pretty cool looking. We have, this is the entrance to Rockstar Row, which is temporarily closed because, you know, there is no Rockstar Row. But coming down over here, we have some more little platforms where you can seat for seating. And we have the big, huge stage right here. And I love this. Just everything about this looks great. From the colors, the little platforms here, the palm trees, that nice little touch, the huge neon lights. These are supposed to be speakers. We got some pixel art there. It just looks great. I really love this stage. Right here we have a button which, if you were to press it in the game, the stage would actually descend downwards into parts and service. But again, parts and service has not been built, so this doesn't really take you anywhere. At least not yet. Over here we have another little seating area, some more palm trees. Actually, let's finish looking over here, because over here we have some more stuff, like this huge pixel art of the security breach animatronics and their little security logos, which I love all of these. They all look super good. And again, I didn't use any Minecraft references. The references I used were ones in games. The fact that they turned out so well, I'm very proud with how they look. My favorite would probably like maybe Monty with his big old claws here, or maybe Roxy. I really like the head. It looks, I like the head. It looks really good. And this is the rest of the dining. This is the little birthday party area. Here we have a bunch of tables where you and your friends can, you know, celebrate and like eat and stuff. And there's some photo booths. There's these cool like little I don't know what to call these, like they're like squares with lights. Yeah, I'm not very good with naming stuff. I don't know. Over here we have the logo for Kids Cove. We have a little lighthouse and a little beach area and some water and stuff. Very nice. I like it. And over here we have the Monty's golf logo with some huge golf clubs, some ferns and swamp vegetation and stuff. And this is the entrance to, it's another entrance to Rockstar Row. This is the entrance to Monty Golf. I was hoping to get some of these doors to work, like to where when you walk up to them they actually open and stuff. The problem is that I did not know how to use execute commands, because that's really the last thing that I know how to do the actual animation. Problem with this is that all the tutorials that I've seen on how to do this are all either on Java or they're an outdated source, because apparently the execute commands have been updated, and so now the previous ones are completely useless. So it's been a struggle trying to figure out what I'm actually supposed to do. But don't worry, I will promise to show these off the opening and closing doors as soon as I get them to work. But for now, you kind of just have to fly around or break the walls or whatever. Speaking of which, let's head in right now, shall we? So I just quickly hop into spectator mode because, you know, it's easier to kind of, you know, so I can just quickly go through in and out. But here we have the first sub lobby, and this is Monty. This is for Monty's Gator Golf, or just Monty's Golf. simply simplify it. And this might be my favorite sub-lobby out of the whole area. I really love how this turned out. The lush vegetation, the lighting, the green colors. I love it all. I love it all. We have this little attraction right here, where it's like these little golf balls that you can actually sit in, and like it spins around and stuff. We even have like a huge golf club right here, which I think is really neat. We have an elevator, which doesn't actually lead anywhere because Monty's golf does not. It's not been built. It's not been built. We have some cutouts of the characters right here. We got Freddy, Monty, Chica, and then Roxy right here is just frustrated with golf and just breaking her club. Coming over here and past this little hallway section. But by the way, these are maps. In case these are supposed to be like little maps, but they were too small for me to actually fit the real maps on there, unfortunately. But coming over here, we have another one of my favorites. Not my absolute favorite, but still, I love it a lot. This is the sub-lobby for Kids Cove, for the Kids Cove. And it's there's so much here. Everything from the floor being like this cool little wavy ocean with a little beach, little sandy shores, to these huge massive palm trees, the lighthouse right here, some pixel art of the characters on the walls, some more pixel art right here. This one's we have like some for sun and moon, as well as Chica of the Sea. This one's a lot bigger, so there was a lot more space to work with, and it's a lot bigger. Yeah, there's a lot more, I was able to fit in a lot more detail, so that was nice. Had this little fire pit right here, and then we have this huge Foxy statue, which I think turned out really nice. And we have all these squid arms that are coming out of the waters. This huge one right here. And we also have this little boat, which I think looks really nice. There's even that little back area that is accessible. There's no gifts in here because I didn't add them in. I was kind of too lazy to do any of the gifts this time because I just did not feel like it. We also have this thing. I still don't know what this is called. Please let me know what it is in the comment section below. I struggled with this in the last video, the last episode. I still don't know what it's called. It's not a lighthouse. Is it a lifeboat? No, it's not a boat. I don't know what it is. Let's head over to the other side and have a look at the Fazer sub-lobby. There's not as much going on here, but I think it's still really cool. First of all, we have this huge rocket ship ride attraction, which looks really neat. We have this Ferris wheel, which has like little UFOs as the seats. I think that's pretty neat. You can actually go over here and like through the steps and stuff, and there's nothing over here, but I might add something in the future. And we have this little cutout of Freddy with his little space helmet on. Looks really cool. I really like the entrance to the little elevator that leads you to the Fazer Blast. Looks really cool with the green neon lights, the pillars, and the green. It looks really nice. It looks really nice. Right here we have this huge moon, which, if you notice, is exceptionally bright, and that's because I used light blocks. I found this out whenever watching Cup of D's videos, but there's these light blocks where basically they're like these invisible light sources they can just use, and of course I took heavy advantage of that. I went back and added them in the other locations, and I used them a lot here. As you can see, there's a lot of like random light spots, and I love using this. It's so much more convenient than trying to find some sort of way to have like natural light, because especially like in the daycare, I was really trying to find like creative ways to add light sources. Like I would add lights, I would like make the floor sea lanterns, I mean all the clouds sea lanterns and stuff, but just being able to just simply use like this invisible light source is super OP. Right here we have the little snack space, which is kind of cool. You can like get some snacks or whatever. Very neat. You can go inside, and there's some cool little stuff here, as well as a little storage area as well. So pretty neat there. Pretty neat. But that's really kind of it for the Fazer Blast sub lobby. Again, not a whole lot going on, but it's still pretty cool. Coming over here, we have the sub-lobby for Roxy Raceway, and suddenly things look a little more sinister. It's not as bright and happy as the other locations. That's because this area is currently under construction. It's not meant for the public viewing, and you can definitely tell. But coming over here, you can see there's a bunch of just random stuff and things laying around everywhere. It's clearly obvious that this is not meant for people to see, as there's just things like crates and ladders and stairs and stuff and other operative machines everywhere. Tons of shelves and things. Stuff isn't even finished, you know. We have this random go-kart just in the middle here for no real reason. So, yeah, definitely not meant for the public viewing. Here we have the entrance to Roxy Raceway, which is temporarily closed. But it's like this huge, like, tire, which I think is really cool looking. You have another save station, which, again, all these, I'm not going to really show all of them, but, you know, they all work. And yeah, it's definitely just, it gives off unfinished vibes. Coming up to over here, we have another little area here that's definitely under construction. We have a bunch of these like walls and gates, and you know there's tons of stuff on the floor. All these random things, all these random booths and ATMs, and there's a forklift right here, and just a bunch of stuff. I really do like how these areas turned out because it required a lot of detail to build these areas. So I'm very happy with how they turned out. Right here we have another entrance to the Roxy Raceway. This is the way that you take in the game, but again, there is no Roxy Raceway. It just leads to nowhere. And then we have an entrance to the Glamrock Beauty Salon. There's also another main entrance to the Glamrock Beauty Salon, which I will show in just a minute. If you come back through here, we then enter the second floor balcony. And immediately right over here we have another under construction area. This is the main entrance to the Glamrock Beauty Salon. However, these doors, as far as I'm aware, do not work. In fact, yeah, it says right here, out of order. So yeah, these doors don't actually work in game. But yeah, this is where you usually are supposed to go to get to the Glamrock Beauty Salon. However, again, that area is under construction in the game, so it's not ready for the public viewing. So this area is just kind of here. Coming over here to see the rest of the second floor balcony, we have a lot of decorations and things. You have some little umbrellas with some seats, some bushes, and other little decorations and things, you know. We have a Freddy charge station right here. This is a bigger one. There is one in the daycare, but it's a lot smaller. This one's much bigger, and I think more accurate and just easier to build. A bunch of decorations, trees, all that good stuff. We have some pixel art of Glamrock Chica here, advertising a Fizzy Faz flavor. It's basically like a soda. And this one I believe is pink lemonade or strawberry lemonade, something like that. We have a Come Back Soon logo here, which I think looks really nice. We got Freddy, Chica, Roxy, and Monty all right there. I made Roxy. The reason why Roxy is such a dark gray is that way she isn't like blending in with Chica, because Chica's white, but so is Roxy's snout and hair, so I had to change the color style. It wouldn't blend in too much. We have another advertisement for Fizzy Faz. This one is Glamrock Freddy, and I believe the flavor is orange, if I'm not mistaken. You guys will have to correct me in the comment section below. This is supposed to be an entrance. This is supposed to be an entrance to the daycare lobby, which I find to be very funny, considering that the daycare it's down here. Right here we have a massive poster for the Sun animatronic, and I love how this one turned out. Because there's so much more space, there's a lot more room for more detail. The same thing with those over there, you know, there's just a lot more room for more detail in the pixel art and stuff. So very happy with how that turned out. Coming over this way, there's not a whole lot over here. We have these cool little balconies where you can like see all the attractions, which look very nice. We have some doors right here, which lead to this little area right here. We have another entrance. We have an entrance to the Kids Cove. However, the Kids Cove in-game is, I guess, closed, so you can't actually go in here. But over here we have like a bunch of decorations. We have some balloons, some little booths or whatever. We have another Chica of the Sea poster. This one's even bigger than the one in Kids Cove, and I love this one. It looks so good. It's easy to recognize. Like, this is obviously Chica's head. This is her guitar. That's her tail. It's so much easier to distinguish. So I'm very happy with that. On the opposite side, we have Helpy shaking a little tangerine or tambourine. I think it's a tambourine. Tangerine's a fruit. We have some more cutouts of the Monty golf. So we got Monty and Roxy. Then we got Freddy and Chica here. And we have the entrance to the Chica's Cupcake Factory or whatever. However, there is no Chica's Cupcake, and that's because I didn't build it. I didn't feel like building it because, I was already building so much, and just, I don't know, man. Just know that I'm not going to be building every single area of the Pizzaplex. I will be building most of it, but there are going to be some parts that I'm just simply not going to be building. And this is probably going to be one of those areas, unfortunately. Sorry to all you Chica's Cupcake lovers out there. Yeah, coming back out here, there really isn't a whole lot else to the second floor balcony except for a little outlook to Monty's golf, and just some more decorations and stuff, and a door that I think is supposed to lead to Chica's Cupcake, but it doesn't actually work in game. But even if it did, again, there's nothing here. Alright, I went back into creative mode because I don't really need to be in spectator mode anymore. But the last area we have to take a look at is the third floor balcony. So we go up these escalators right here. There's multiple ways to get up to the third floor, but this is where we're going to be taking. I have this little mini balcony here we can kind of look out, But coming up to here, yeah, again, there's quite a bit to look at. So let's just start off by going over here. Immediately, you're greeted to this pixel art of Roxanne Wolf, and no joke, this, along with the other neon faces of the animatronics, this is some of my favorite pixel art in not just the Atrium, but in the entire Pizzaplex so far. I love how these turned out. They turned out so well. Coming over here, we have a bunch of more decorations. We have the entrance to Chips, which I do plan on building next. I'm not going to be building Rockstar Row next because after building the Atrium, I did not feel like building even a medium-sized area. So I'm just going to be building like some smaller areas. So I'll probably build Chips and some other stuff. Some other smaller areas, Coming over here, we have the Monty pixel art head. And again, I love how these turned out. This one is practically spot on. I am so happy with how these turned out. And you might also notice they glow, which is why I've been using light blocks to kind of make it look like they're lighting up, which is, it's a cool little touch, Over here we have the entrance to Major Size. I didn't use flags for this one because I felt like they'd be too small. But you can't really tell what is supposed to be here. It just kind of looks like a bunch of random shapes that's supposed to spell out a word. But yeah, I really like this. It's very colorful. You have a little rainbow in the back. Yeah, really like this. Really like it. Right over here, actually, we have this little, garden area thing here, which looks really cool. But we got, some palm trees and some stage lights, which, again, I used light blocks instead of using, sea lanterns or anything. It's just way easier. But coming over here, we have the Mega Pizzaplex logo. This is the biggest logo yet, and as you can tell, I had a lot of room to build. And it looks really good. It is a little cluttered and a little messy, but I think you can definitely tell, this is Freddy, this is Monty, that's Chica, and that's Roxanne. So, yeah, it looks really nice, really colorful. I used banners again. I had to shorten the name, so instead of being Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex, it's just Freddy's Pizzaplex. but it gets the point across, you know. Coming back over here, we have the entrance to the Super Starcade, or just the Starcade, because again, I didn't have enough room for the full name, which is an area that I do plan on building soon in the future. But for now, it's just the entrance. I'm pretty sure this door does not work in game too either, so yeah. I have some cool little arcade machines here. We have this neon light logo thing. It's supposed to be a huge lightning bolt, in case you can tell what it is. And then we have the huge, stunning entrance to the prize counter, or whatever it's called. Yeah, prize counter, I think. Everything about this looks great, from the colors to the huge letters. There's like 3 freaking doors and these cool pillars. Everything about this entrance looks great. I love it. Over here we have a little like booth where you can like control stuff on the stage, like the lights. And the music, you know, and this is where you would turn on, this is where you would play the CDs and stuff. In the future, I actually plan on doing something really cool with this, where you press a button and it would spawn like little holograms of the animatronics. It would be very complicated, but I think I could definitely make it work. It would be so cool. Over here, we have the entrance to another arcade. This time, this is the Fazcade, and this was actually used as an elevator to go to, since it's on a completely different floor. Over here, we have some more pixel art. This one is of Glamrock Chica. Again, I really love this one. Not my favorites, but you know what? It still is so good. More pixel art. This time, this is an advertisement for Bonnie Bowl. And one thing I forgot to mention is up until now, I've been really using the frog lights, as you can tell, from the Wild updates. I think it just looks way better than just using concrete or sea lanterns, you know. So yeah, I really like this. Very happy with it. We actually have a bigger pixel art of Bonnie right here, which I also really love. I love most of the pixel art in this, in the Atrium. It just all looks, I love how it all I love how it all came together, you know, it all worked out so well. Speaking of working out super well, we have Freddy's little logo here, a little face. Honestly, one of my favorites. He just looks so happy. Just look at him smiling, his little teeth there. Looks really cool. Yeah, that's really it for the 3rd floor balcony. We have this little plush pit thing, as well as a little balcony right here where you can look out on the rest of the Pizzaplex. But that's going to do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tour. This is probably now one of my favorite areas of the Pizzaplex. I say that every episode, but I feel like I really mean it this time. This took a lot of work to build, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. Again, huge shout outs to the 2-Bar Biscuits and Cup of Tea for helping me out with this build. Honestly, without their help, I don't know if I would even be able to get this far. But I'm just, honestly, like, I'm so happy with how far I've been able to get, like, like, I honestly, like, it's been a week since I finished building this, but I'm still mesmerized at how great this place looks. Like, it all just, it looks so great. I hope you feel the same way. I hope you love what I've built. Next time, and hopefully the next time I do another one of these, it's not a whole year later, but next time I do plan on building some of the smaller areas, like I said, El Chips, the Superstar Arcade, as well as the prize counter, or where I plan on building next. So stay tuned for those. I don't know when I'll actually be building those, because I'm going to be taking another break. Again, hopefully it's not a whole year. To be fair, I was doing a lot of school and stuff, and I was working on other projects, which took up my time, but still, this one was a long time coming, so I hope it was worth the wait. But yeah, I guess that's really it for this video. This is a random video that I hope you enjoyed, and peace out.